Hey guys, what's going on? It's T Reaper here, back again with another video. I am trying something new that I would like to start doing. And at the end of this video, if you liked the direction that I chose to go with this type of monologue, let me know. Hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment and tell me how you like this point of view. So, more and more I've noticed that I don't really have time to do a lot of videos, you know, as my work schedule increases. So what I would like to start doing is, along with the weekly videos that I do, I would like to do one big video at the end of every week where I just sit down and I legitly discuss what the fuck happened this past week to me, or what the hell happened this weekend, or just like, you know, just what happened this week. And then it will go something like this. Damn, what the fuck happened this week? We had Black Ops 4 reveal. We had the wonderful Xbox episode 3. I think it's episode 3 with State of Decay, which I did not watch. And if you really want my opinion on episode 3, if you care what I think, and you would like to hear my opinion on that whole, episode that I couldn't even get 60 seconds in without cringing, leave a like. In next week's episode, I'll watch that 2-hour video for you guys and give my opinion. But this week, we had Black Ops 4. We had a whole bunch of major kind of interesting things come up. The adaptive controller, or the new controller for Xbox. What happened this week was kind of interesting because legitly, most of it I was actually high for. But when I woke up from my high, I had people screaming in every direction. I had my thread filled with people that are mixed with the new COD reveal. And hey, after a long day at work tonight, trust me, I have watched most of all the gameplay for that game. It doesn't actually seem that bad, but again, appearances can be deceiving, and I personally think I stand by what I personally said earlier today. It's basically an IW Black Ops 3 clone with Overwatch mixed, and a very poor old attempt to rewrite Call of Duty code. The other thing that kind of got me in a kind of a interesting twist was I was watching a video by Mr. BoomStick, and if you don't know him, he's a good dude. I think BoomStick's heart was in the right place, but I think personally how he said certain things kind of could be misinterpreted as him basically telling everybody to just go fuck themselves if you don't like my opinion. But hey, he had a good point, and that was, everybody was disliking the new controller from Xbox. Now I freely admit to sins, and if it's a sin to dislike that video, I disliked it basically because it just wasn't interesting. Then I actually learned what he was bitching about, and I learned what Microsoft was trying to do, and I learned what it was for, and then I went back and re-liked the video. Because it is a controller mainly for the severely disabled to actually take part in gaming. Now, as per beginning of this video, again, please actually don't get triggered by what I say. This is honestly my personal opinion. I don't think that's a good idea. Me personally, I'm just gonna say I don't think that's a good idea. The notion is good. The idea is good. The involvement that you want these these certain individuals to have in this Xbox community, good idea. Implementing that and hoping to find success, I think is actually a bad idea, because one, you're going to fail miserably at actually implementing this, because, and I'm going to tell you why. There's a lot of toxicity in these gaming streets. I actually just came from a stream that was it's 3 a.m. in the U.S. Who the fuck is doing a podcast? Like, what the fuck? But that's beside the point. Like, but in that, in that stream, they were talking about COD and how no one uses game chat anymore because it's so toxic. Whereas Microsoft has actually made steps to make that a little bit better, it is still toxic. Because the ultimate reality and the very unfair reality to this concept is you're only going to really alleviate that is if you ban free speech. That's the only honest way you can get people not to be assholes. I'm sorry. Microsoft, if you are, deaf in one ear or stupid, I apologize, but you got to eliminate free speech to make that happen. And it's in the Constitution. You can't do that. So, hoping everybody is gonna, sit around and, let's all just get along and, have some fun times with each other. And that's not how it is. I wish I could say differently, but it's not. Everybody's in parties all the time. Everybody is, watching what they say to certain people because then that person will report that person. Or, they don't go into game chat as the Call of Duty, COD people say it because the toxicity in game chat is so bad. True, to an extent. I have been in certain recent COD party chats or game chats where it wasn't actually toxic. It was rather really fun. But that was because I had been playing with this group for like 5 matches in a row. And we were I think we were straight up just doing free-for-all on WW2. And these guys were getting so clever with how they were, how we were being, how we were playing each other that, I was like, let's go to game chat. And, I met some pretty cool dudes while I was doing that. So it's not always toxic, but back to getting to the point where I was, making, how, Mr. BoomStick got annoyed because everybody and their mother disliked, the Xbox, trailer for the disabled controller. It's a bad idea to expect them to be welcomed with open arms when some of these people can't speak correctly. They can't they can't do a lot of things like normal gamers can, which is why the use for the device is so prominent in it and it's so useful. But this is kind of a target for trolls. I'm sorry to say, like, if you do that, Microsoft, I'm gonna be the bearer of bad news. Those people will get trolled up the ass, and I'm just fair warning you. If you do that, if you let that, if that demographic becomes a thing, trolls are going to increase tremendously. I'm not saying don't do it because I know you're actually gonna do it. What I'm saying is take precautions to be aware of what will happen if you do that, because if you don't take precautions and you let the demographic into the gaming community, real trolls, and I ain't talking no fake fucking trolls, I'm talking trolls like myself. Now, again, as you guys said, I don't troll anybody unless it benefits me. This doesn't benefit me, so don't worry about me. But I'm saying the real asshole trolls will take this and run. Because, again, no moral code, no reason not to do it. But again, it's just like I see Microsoft is trying to innovate. They're trying to do something new. They're trying to help the community. They're trying to grow the community. I applaud your steps in the right direction, Microsoft. Implementation, on the other hand, kind of a different story. And I wish that I could say I have confidence in Microsoft. You know what you're doing. I can honestly think right now with the the way the controller looks and what it's for, the idea is good, the gesture is good, but the problem is I think you're in for a lot of whiplash from trolls. That's just what I'm gonna say. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. I mean, if you guys disagree with me, fine, that's fine. You can disagree, I don't care. It's just that's like me. That's like someone giving me a gun, knowing that I used to be an assassin. Like, and knowing that somebody that I know is easily gonna get shot. It's it's like really simple. You kind of don't give the ex-murderer a gun. It's kind of like really, it's like you don't hand us the mentality to do it, because it's kind of stupid. I don't know who does the social marketing on Xbox, but I really hope that person's not stupid. I know Mikey Barra is in charge of that mixer thing, so I don't know, Mikey Barra. I think you might be getting a lot of phone calls from that mixer headquarters over there. Sir, we got this person trying to do a stream. He's never done it before, and he has disabilities, and the trolls are wrecking him up to shreds. Yeah, that's basically what your phone call is gonna look like, Mikey Barra. I'm just saying, just be careful what you do, because it has repercussions. Now that that's out of the way, that's the biggest thing that I saw out of my week. That was, complication out of everything I watched. So shout out to Mr. BoomStick. His heart was in the right place. I just, I kind of feel a little bit differently on it. I don't know. But again, gesture is good. The idea is good. Implementing it and not realizing the cause of damage you're going to do, kind of a different story. On the other hand, Black Ops 4 reveal was interesting. I feel as if everybody is taking this kind of... people are taking this in mixed reactions. Some people think it's a really good step. Some people think it's a step backwards. Some people are, optimistic. And that's kind of where I lay after watching all those gameplay footage today and, really catching on how this game is played. And everybody who, says COD is dog shit, COD is not what it used to be, they're right. It's true. It's not what it used to be. But when you look at the alternatives, I'd much rather play COD. I'm sorry. I can't really shake that feeling. I just would much rather play COD. Battlefield does have a 30% chance of winning me over next week. I don't see it happening. Personally, I just don't see it happening. Especially since it's set in World War II and this is more futuristic and I'm more of a modern day kind of person. But hey, miracles can happen, I guess. But I really feel that, certain people who have spoken out about this, I feel that they're right, that this is not a complete copy of PUBG and Fortnite, because I don't think they'll ever be able to get 100 people on a map. I don't think they'll be able to do it. They might be able to come close to do what Battlefield does and get 64 people on a map, but I highly doubt you'll actually get 100 people on a map. Because you got to keep in mind this is from 2015 when this was originally thought of. Because it works in 3-year cycles. So you got to keep in mind, what was the most prominent thing back in 2015? When Black Ops 3 launched and Halo 5 launched. The big thing back then was that Rainbow Six Siege and that Overwatch, which this game seems to be increasingly, influenced by because of the time period that it was, originally thought of in. I do see, some pieces of IW with the health thing. I see a horrible attempt from Treyarch's part to reinvent the code. And I'm going to give you really, really easy example. So in the game, there's specialists, just like Black Ops 3. One of these specialists is a medic, because you can no longer self heal. You have to, take a stim, take time out of your day of going on a killing spree and stim yourself. This specialist can do it automatically and give boosted health and, you regen all his teammates in the vicinity, health, while he's standing there. All I would really have to do is take this medic, and, you can't have everybody of the same class on one team, and it's 5v5s now. All I would need to do is maybe one of those, like, smashers with a sniper, and have my buddy who's in the party with me be the medic. All I would have to have him do is just sit right next to me and health boost me. And I would be able to just sit there with a sniper, kill everybody. That is how flawed that system is. Not saying it wasn't a decent review, not saying the game is bad by any means. I mean, I already pre-ordered it. I got a nice actual Black Ops 4 bag. But the implementation to which this is now being brought to our attention, because you got to keep in mind this was 3 years ago, and 3 years ago we lived in really, really different gaming times than we do now. So now this kind of feels kind of outdated, and also making COD a team-based concept like Rainbow Six Siege And Counter-Strike, kinda not gonna work. I'm just putting that out there for anybody who, at Treyarch who might listen to this. Not gonna work because I don't work in teams, bro, and I never do. Even when I play with friends, I go off on my own and go on my own killing sprees. I legitimately don't do call-outs or any of that. I don't do that. I legitimately just go into a match and kill people. But Treyarch, it was a nice reveal. I'll give you that. I'll wait for E3 before I decide, whether this game is going to be dog shit, or I even want to play the beta. I want to play the beta because I'm kind of curious what my own personal thought is, and I want to see what the alternative in Battlefield is. But that's just what I personally think. So anyway, for those who stayed so long into this video, thank you so much for watching. This is T Reaper. This has been What the Hell Happened This Week, episode 1. If you liked this type of content, please leave a like, please leave a comment. If you guys would like me to, talk about certain topics on this channel, leave it in the comment section below. I'll get right to it. And we're about to head into summer. God, I've missed summer. Stay tuned. More videos upcoming. And next week I'll do one on the Inside Xbox episode 3. Thanks so much for watching. This is T Reaper, and I'm out. Have a good weekend, everybody.